This is the Allied Strategic Command Center. We want to congratulate the WorldCrew, Dinox, and the Eternal Grinders Clans and their friends, collectively known as the Allies, on the successful destruction of the STRAC, KUUC, and USSR clans. Additionally, your efforts have significantly diminished DD Clan's capabilities as well. However, at approximately 1300 hours, a new dark and toxic force has been seen approaching your position. This new threat is endangering the entire Kaiju Universe. The notorious and toxic NZ clan has reformed and is currently 3 minutes away from entering your airspace. We need the WorldCrew, Dinox, and TEG allied units to intercept the enemy units and eradicate the threat from all Kaiju Universe servers. All of the Kaiju Universe is counting on you to succeed at your mission. Good luck. Over and out.
Yo, what's up, guys? WorldCrew is back with our friends in Dinox Clan, the Eternal Grinders and LWDL Clans. Fighting today in the Allies are me, world famous Angel Dinox, Paul, Ardellex, Conspiracy, Pablo Dinox. And we have Larva Boy Dinox, Jack, Minos Prime, Godzilla 2019, and Ghidorah Dinox. Followed up by Rodan Dinox, Dragonzilla, Benito Dinox, a Gaming Dragon, Taquito Dinox. We got Royo Dinox, Dipper, Malahito Dinox, Drift King, Destructor Dinox. And we got Mine Dinox, Greenzilla, Real Dinox, Aniko Dinox, Robo Capitan. And lastly, we got Hugo Dinox, Ian Dinox, Samneo Dinox, special guest La Fleppy, and also Voodon from LWDL Clan. Anyway, so what's going on here is we have our usual somewhat weekly war with the DD guys, but they surprised us this week, and they announced that they are reforming the NZ Clan. Now, I'll tell you a little bit more about who the NZ Clan is if you don't know already, but, it's somewhat the same guys we've been fighting, once or twice a week for many months. I mean, going back to when they really were NZ, but, I'm scrolling up and there's actually NZ guys in the server. So, I mean, what I'm looking at right now is we got people from KTR, which is, the KTR guy is the NZ founder, so I don't know what's going on, but essentially it's KTR in here, we got DD in here, we got KURC in here, and NZ. KTR, DD, KURC, NZ clans. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if they're merging into one clan or what is going on. They're definitely united in toxicity, so there's no question about that. But, this war lasted about 4.5 hours, almost 5 hours. There was a set war time, but the NZDD guys didn't show up until about 30-40 minutes into it. So that's why in the very beginning we're all there and we're wondering if they're going to show up, because it's actually happened a few times where there was a wartime set and they didn't show up. So you never know. One time we had a war and just a handful showed up and the war lasted 15-20 minutes. So you never know what's going to happen. Now recently we've been fighting the DD guys with some of these fake clans. If you've seen the last videos, you know what I'm talking about. There's that Straka. That was a fake clan with like 5 people in it. Then they followed that up with KUUC. That was another fake clan with, I think this time there was like 6 people in it. A couple very young kids. So that was a joke. So the DD guys had been supporting all those fake clans from that guy Fusa / Martin / Lucius / CT Pax / whatever. But if you saw the last video, the DD guys finally stopped supporting all those fake clans. So one thing I'll say about the DD guys is, they got a bunch of guys. They're a real clan. When they do decide to actually show up, it's a legit war. There's enough of them that, it's not like a cakewalk for us. Right now, they'd come in the server. I think we're outnumbering them. I mean, just from the way the war is going down, we might have outnumbered them for most of the war. Again, this was a 4.5-hour war. You know, it's taking place all over the map. We're in the clan mode, so you know we're getting up to 35 players, and for a lot of it, this server is full. We had a lot of people who were in our Discord or DMing, saying they were stuck in the queue, or actually there was some issue this morning in the afternoon when we did this because a lot of people were not able to join. Like, people's joins were on, but they just were not able to join, or they'd have to try to join like 10 times and finally get in. So all that stuff happens. And then the last thing is, this is a European server, which isn't great for the guys like myself and the guys in America. So there's a little lag, which, you know, there's gonna be some hits. Like, it's a little sloppier than normal in terms of the precision, but you know what? Didn't really make a difference because you know, I guess most of the Dinox guys are in Europe, so those guys were, you know, they were in a local server, I imagine, and yeah, it didn't really make that big of a difference. But you know, you could see we started out on, you know, we kind of were staging in Florida, then we went over to Atlas. A couple of those DDNC guys showed up and got completely demolished, and then they started to stage in Tokyo, and you know, we were waiting around for them, but then we just decided, let's go ahead and hit them in Tokyo. And so you kind of see what's happening, you know. This whole war, not all wars go like this. This was a little unusual. We basically just kept going around the map, stomping them out wherever they decided to spawn. They started, you know, so now we're taking them out of Tokyo, but then you're going to see as we sort of take over one city, they'll go and, you know, respawn and regroup in another city. And so the whole war is basically us moving around part of the KU map and just, you know, obliterating them whenever we find them. I can't remember how many waves. I mean, this war, again, is a pretty long war. In general, the whole war goes about the same way. It's not a cakewalk, but it's, you know, it was not that challenging for the majority of the war. Now what I did was, you're gonna see about 25-30% of the total of the war, but there was no real, you know, this is an accurate depiction. You know, we're capturing sort of the general flow of this war. You know, you're gonna see, you obviously just saw it, how, you know, you saw exactly how it started. This is all the middle fighting, and then you're gonna see how it ends. So you know, as a viewer, you'll have a clear picture of exactly what was going down. But yeah, I mean, these guys, you know, they're not that challenging. Normally we beat them, but the one thing I'll say is that, you know, sometimes they decide they want to fight, and we have to, it might take us, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours before they finally give up. So I'll give them that. They don't normally lay down that easily, although, you know, it has happened where all of a sudden they just gave up. And there's even been a couple wars where they, you know, they decided we won and said we won, and there was no, like, even it was clear. But you know, the one thing that happened with DD is and you'll see if you watched any of our recent, like, last 3 or 4 videos, you'll see that you know, DD is a clan that we have fought a lot. And normally when DD comes to a war, they bring like 4 or 5 of the clans with them. They don't like the fact that we're always pointing out that they have 4 or 5 other clans with them every time we fight them. But, you know, all you got to do is look at the leaderboard and look at the kill feed, and you can see that, you know, the way we're describing it is accurate. It was a bunch of wars. It was just WorldCrew, and those guys would bring 4 or 5 members of 4 or 5 clans with them. And now what's happening is, KTR turned into the DD. Now I guess it's back to KTR. It's kind of confusing, to be honest. I don't know which clan is still active. There's people in here who were in Straka and KUUC, and then some joke clan called USSR, which existed literally for like 5 days. I think we saw him once, and he got completely stomped. Some of these battles are so sad, we can't even post them because it's just like too big of a joke. So one of our last, I can't even use the word war, that's the wrong word to use, but one of our last battles was with USSR and DD, and it was just them getting hit by 5-6 beams every time we saw them. And they finally gave up. But I mean, that was, you can never tell. These guys seem like they're changing their clan names all the time. They're reorganizing all the time. But let me tell you a little bit about what NZ is, if you don't already know. So the thing about NZ is, about a year ago, they were still around, and they were definitely the most hated and notorious and toxic clan in Kaiju Universe. Aside from being habitual mass teamers, the NZ in the name literally stood for Nazi. And we were in fights with them last year, and members, when they would kill an opponent, would literally write in the chat, "We are superior." So I mean, these guys are, really taking it seriously. You can look at these slides and you can see, here's someone saying they're going to ban you if you say something bad about Poppy Hitler. The whole place is full of, Nazi images and words. And then you see the founder was saying that technically they are a Nazi group. Here's this guy Bartik, and this is just a couple days ago, and he's saying, NZ means it's a neo-Nazi group. And then this is Bartik. He joined the WorldCrew server about 3 weeks ago, and he was in here writing some words in Polish. Of course, we translated them right away, and you can see the kind of stuff he's saying. And then immediately I'm addressing him in our general channel, and I'm saying, you should have respected our server, and I'm kicking him out. And then one of the guests in our server is saying, why'd you use that word in our server? And you see the answer he's giving. So these are the kind of people that are going to be hanging out with NZ Clan. Here's the CT Pax, who's also known as Fusa, who's also known as Martin, who's also known as Lucius, and who knows how many names. But you see, this is from the Straka server, which again was in a previous video. But that's Fusa also. But you can see all this stuff. I don't get it. All of these people, they all got this strange, incredibly toxic Nazi thing. I don't know where it's coming from. The servers are full of hate. They're full of vitriol. They're full of bigotry, sexism. I mean, it's just a real cesspool. One of those screenshots from NZ's server from a year ago had somebody asking for CP, which, if you know what that is, you're going to know that is, these are some despicable people that are in this server and in these groups, and you just can't believe that you're in a Roblox game and you're dealing with organized Nazis. And the crazy part is, again, they were the most hated clan from, a year ago. And it got to the point where there was a lot of, bad press in the gaming community and the Kaiju Universe community. And the game actually had to take some action, and they kind of officially banned NZ Clan from the game. They said they kicked people out. I don't personally know that to be true, but I hope it is. It looked like the people who were in NZ Clan, they must have dropped the NZ from the name and reorganized themselves into new, less offensive clans, and kind of, slipped below the radar. Now, when we started WorldCrew, we understood who the members of NZ Clan were, so as they started their new clans, we still went after them. And to be honest, if you go back and look at all of our videos, pretty much all of our enemies in this game all connect to NZ Clan. They're all the sister and brother clans of NZ Clan. It's all the same guys who were in NZ or were allies of NZ. So, you know, we don't actually have a lot of enemies, but what we do have is a problem with organized Nazis in a Roblox game. So the one clear thing, we've been very consistent. We've been going after these guys since WorldCrew began, and now we're, of course, thankful that we have our friends from Dinox and the Eternal Grinders with us, because, you know, one thing that is helpful is we can collectively cover a lot of different time zones. So it means, you know, like most of the day we can really be on the lookout for these guys. They don't really have a good window in the day where they can get their numbers above ours. So, you know, the Dinox guys, some of the Eternal Grinders guys are mostly in Europe. Most of the WorldCrew members are in the US, so whether the war starts in the morning or ends at 3-4 a.m., we can cover a lot of time zones, so there's not really any advantage now with the amount of members we have who can get available. But anyway, yeah, you can see how this war is going. This is kind of how the whole war goes. You know, we clear them out of one place, and then they've got to respawn someplace else. So they're basically kind of on the run the whole war. They're not generally trying to take us out of a location. We're the ones pushing the whole time, for the most part. And then when we realize that, you know, we killed them all in a location, we go and find them wherever they spawn next. So, but yeah, getting back to the NZ clan, you know, it's definitely alarming that there's actual Nazis organizing in a kid's game. I mean, they're actively recruiting members in a kid's game. If some of these people go into their server, you know, I can't even, some of the stuff that you're being exposed to, I can't even say in this video. I mean, CP is all you gotta know for the level, for how bad it can get. You know, these are some terrible people. You saw the people who were in the Straka server, if you saw that video a few videos ago. And those are the same people, you know, they're in this war. All the most toxic people that we've come across in the last year are all on the same side as NZ. And it's not a surprise. They have a lot in common. They like Hitler a lot. They are incredibly bigoted. You know, they're sharing very inappropriate images, videos, I mean, things that are not suitable for young people, in my opinion. And, you know, I have no doubt that a lot of these members are adults, especially the sort of high-ranking, the ones that have, you know, have a lot of G cells, look like they've already been playing this game for many years. You know, Bartik is an adult from what he said. We're convinced that Fusa's an adult. I'm pretty sure Darren is. I mean, I'm not sure of that, but the way he acts probably is. And I think it's just weird. I mean, at one point in one of these wars, Darren was saying that he changed, and I didn't know what that meant. You know, in one of our last videos, I was asking rhetorically I don't know if he's still a Nazi or just a former Nazi, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's still a Nazi, because you know what? Nobody in their right mind would restart a clan that's literally named for Nazis. I mean, NZ, it's, you know, they've confessed that it's a Nazi group, and you just wouldn't restart that if you didn't want people to think that, you know, you're a bunch of Nazis. So I'm convinced that on some level these guys still have the same views, you know, because it doesn't make sense. You can call yourself anything. You were just calling yourself KTR. You were just calling yourself DD. Now, for some reason, you want to be NZ again. And, you know, I'm not sure why they think that name is good for them, because I can promise you it isn't. Ever since they, you know, this war was filmed about 4 days ago. And since these guys decided to put NZ back on their names, and now they're actively playing in general Kaiju Universe servers, you know, we're getting pinged all the time from random people, strangers, people who we don't know, who want us to come in and help kill these guys whenever they see them. And we definitely are we're getting complaints from people that they're already doing mass teaming in you know, regular servers, non-clan mode servers, which, you know, that was their reputation from, you know, a year ago. That's what they were infamous for. They would go in and mass team everybody in there. You might have 8 of them, and they would just, you know, all jump starters, people who just started. They target, you know, high level players, top 100 players. You know, they target anyone. For some reason, they just thought that was playing really toxic and being a jerk in the game. They think is amusing, which, you know, it's against the rules. It's obviously ruining the game for a lot of other people, and on top of it, they're Nazis. So it's actually very easy to dislike these guys. They give you a lot of reasons to dislike them. And, you know, for all the young players who maybe don't realize the terrible history, you know, and if you're watching this and you have a chance to, like, reassess your decisions, you know, I'm just going to suggest just start a new clan, come up with any name, and get away from these Nazis, because it's going to, you know, it's going to mess you up in this game. For sure, the people who make this game do not like the fact that there's packs of Nazis flying around inside the game. They may try to ban some of these people again. You know, who knows? But, and the other thing I'll just say is, you know, we are highly, highly motivated to kill Nazis in this game. I mean, people drop what they're doing when they hear they can go and kill some NZ people. People are volunteering, people that, you know, we know and we like, but they've never fought in any clan wars with us. We're getting messages from, you know, top level players. Ping them anytime we see these guys. Now, we might not ever need to get extra people, but it's interesting to know that, you know, this community really despises these guys and will organize themselves, not only the way we have, but even more so, to push them out. And so I just think it's a dumb decision on a lot of levels, but, you know, obviously these guys are not the sharpest guys because they decided to be in a Nazi group anyway, so there's something wrong with them anyway. It's certainly more enjoyable, more satisfying to kill some people that you know are actually terrible people, not only in the game, but it seems like in real life too. But anyway, here we go again. This is kind of how this war goes. We just stomped them out in Tokyo. They're all dead. Now the only thing they can do is come back in Atlas. And so, you know, we're going to stomp them out in Atlas. And this is how this entire war goes. You know, they're going to kill us occasionally, but we are, for the most part, slaughtering them. Which, you know, again, is, I'm not going to lie, it is satisfying to kill a bunch of Nazis. You know, it is. If you're going to be a Nazi, maybe go and, like, occupy, like, adult spaces and not predominantly, you know, kid spaces. I think that's the first mistake. But I think they want to be in a kid space, which is creepy and twisted. So all we can do is kill these guys. That's, you know, we can't force them. We can't control, you know, the server and get rid of them, but we can spawn in and try to execute them. And you know, and also make these videos and just create a little bit of awareness. So if you see a bunch of guys in this Stardust recolor and they're acting super toxic and they got NZ in front of their name, or DD, or KTR, I mean, I guess at this point I'm not sure if they're 3 different clans, or, you know, I don't know if they're all going to switch over to NZ, or they fight together. I mean, this war is not any different than almost every other war we had with DD because, you know, they kept coming in with so many different clans, and they're doing the same thing here. I mean, now here's this guy. If you look at the second guy under Angel in the server is this Keith Boy Cute guy, and it's actually that guy Bartik on his account. I don't know if they're friends. You know, I don't know if Keith Boy Cute is a Nazi or thinks that it's good to help Nazis. I mean, I want to believe that nobody thinks that way, but I guess I don't know. But, you know, he's letting his buddy come in here and fight on the side of the Nazi clan, and that seems to be probably not a good move for a high-level player. And this guy's got 74 million G cells. I would imagine a advanced player like that would not want to be associated with the NZ clan for a lot of reasons. But his buddy's in here, you know, embarrassing himself because he's actually terrible. And you'll remember Bartik from, I just showed you what he was doing in our servers, but you'll remember him from our last couple videos where he is always this white Vargoth, and he's just getting killed left and right. For whatever reason, he doesn't seem to have a lot of max Kaijus, I guess, and he just uses that max Vargoth, and we just, you know, he gets destroyed every time we see him. So now he's on this guy Keith's account, and I guess he's got maybe some extra max flyers, but he's still not good. He's still getting killed and dragging this guy Keith's reputation into the gutter by, you know, helping a bunch of Nazis. So, but anyway, aside from that, you know, this war is pretty easy going. I mean, you've seen how the other wars are. This is along the same lines. They're not really, the majority of these guys are not that skilled. They're kind of low level. Like you know, the majority of these NZ guys were, I guess, DD guys. They're at the bottom of the leaderboard. If you've seen some of our other videos, you'll know that a lot of these guys have, you know, under 1 million G cells. They got members with 200,000 or 300,000 G cells that, you know, are super toxic. I mean, they're talking a lot of trash in the chat, and but they're not that good. They don't have that many, you know, max Kaijus. So, you know, obviously there is some advantage to just having a lot of players. You know, a whole bunch of beams aimed at someone, I guess, does accomplish something. But in general, these guys they're not that good. You know, Darren, the KTR NZ leader, he's pretty advanced. Outside of him, it's not a lot of skilled players. So it's, you know, it's not really a challenge. You know, it's just got a bunch of mid to low level players that are pretty predictable, and we just got to stomp them out when we see them. That's what we're doing. There's that white turkey. That's going to be Bartik. And, you know, what we're trying to do, yeah, that's, that guy Desplito's in here somewhere, I think. Although, again, he's fairly low on the leaderboard. Whenever that leaderboard's open, you don't even see him. So, yeah, like, let's see. Yeah, I want to say he's probably got maybe 8 or 9 million G cells or something. So he's not even close to. He's at the bottom, on the bottom side of this server. But anyway, I mean, you see how this war is going. Now we're in wave 6. You know, I don't even know how many waves we're in the full war. They all kind of look the same. You know, I could give you 4 hours of the same pace, same basic war situation. No need to do that. This video's around just over an hour and 10 minutes or something. And, you know, you're definitely going to get the full gist of the way this war went. You know, it's just us clearing them out. One city at a time, and it stays that way right till the end. You know, they're never able to really take and hold an area. I mean, you know, they're just flying around. They'll get an occasional person killed, but you know, it's pretty much staying like this the whole time. Look at this guy. Come here. These turkeys are a little hard to deal with when you're they're a little hard to deal with when you got that bad ping. So that's, you know, not great, but it is what it is. Can't really complain, and you know, some of them are dealing with the same thing, so you know, I guess it's fair. But it's just annoying when you fly past someone and you're like, you know, you hit the button in the right time, but you just missed the hit. You gotta hit it like a couple seconds earlier, but it's a little unnatural. But anyway, it's all good. We're gonna still get this W, still send these Nazis home with a big L as in their first war. But they did, you know, they did hang out for a long time. I will give them that. And some of these guys are a little, they just hang around for a long time, all these little flyers, you know. Like, I will definitely enjoy when some of the big flyers are back, the Destroyer, Masa Zeros. Not because I want to be them, but I know these guys will be them, and that'll be more fun to pick apart those bigger flyers that are kind of slow with these smaller ones, because a war with small flyers, it just takes a long time to kill someone because they're just flying around getting away from you the whole time. But anyway, you can tell like these guys all want to be Incineros. But, you know, actually, you've heard me say it in some of the other videos, but I think Incineros is actually not good in wars, because it's just got that, it's a fairly, you know, it needs a fairly close range attack, and it's just terrible with flyers. I mean, you can be a, you know, base health turkey like me, and pretty easily kill one of these guys. You know, once they use those one or two grounding attacks, it's open game. It's just a big target. You know, and in a war, I mean, forget about it. All these little flyers each getting a hit on you, like an Incineros drops fast. And even if you're on the ground, you're going to be fighting Argoths and other Incineroses, so it's not, you know. I think Thermo might be better. At least you got a long beam, which could help you with these flyers. But these Incineroses, they don't even make it 45 seconds, and then they're dying. And these guys, they just keep coming back at them. You know, again, it's almost like that guy Bartik. It's like they just don't have more Kaiju. I mean, this is the wrong matchup. But they can't help it. They just keep coming in here, getting picked apart. I mean, look. The two Incineroses that were there, alright, one's gone. What's this guy making? The other one just died. Look at all those beams hitting him. It's just not a good counter. I don't think they have options, but that guy's a Volt. That's a smarter play. It's not going to be enough, but you know, at least that's something. It's very rare when we get killed by these guys. I mean, I think in this whole war, I might have died maybe 8 times. Yep. This is how this whole war goes. Just, you know, it's a lot of times where I'm just flying around. I don't even have anybody to attack. I mean, we're just completely controlling the server. You know, we're never being pushed out of anywhere. So, alright, I healed up a little bit. Now we're back over at Atlas. I mean, these guys are basically just getting run out of every part of this map. And you would think they could hold something for, you know, at least I don't know, 15 minutes. I mean, in a 4-hour war, you know, you'd think they could hold on to it. I mean, you know, here's a bunch of them, but look, watch how fast. Uh-oh. Pretty close to death. I mean, I'm pretty close to death. But you know what? Doesn't really matter. At this point. Oh yeah, I remember this. I just want to get some water in the game, but in real life. It's funny, I'm in here. Getting something to drink real quick. And look what happens. Yep. Some Voodon must have been trying to get away. He plucked right in the water next to me. That probably wasn't a good move, because now there's more and more person to torment him. Now he's on the run. I mean, you're definitely not winning a war when there's like 4 guys flying after you. You know, like you know, you're losing. You're losing if you're going out like this Voodon, just getting completely jumped. You got no chance of winning in that situation. And look, you see all that stardust is gone. Ah, we got one turkey. Take a wild guess what's going to happen to this turkey. About to get cooked. Oh, that was fast. You can't take 3 beams. I think that's that dude Bartik. I haven't been able to figure out what he's doing, except that he is fighting on the same side as NZ Clan, which again makes sense when you see the kind of mentality he has. It's I don't really get it. I don't see why they're even playing a game like this, or in any Roblox game, to be honest. I mean, and the funny thing is, you know, when you're winning this overwhelmingly, it doesn't matter that, I mean, I'm only like 1 hit away from death, you know? Oh, there we go. At that point, you just want to go ahead and die and come back full health. But, you know, I could probably play it a little bit more conservatively and stay alive, you know, but it's not even worth it. I don't even need to. Alright, let's see, let's get this turkey. Wait for my moment. Okay, come on, here we go, here we go, here we go. Kill this turkey. Boom. Yep. Who was that? KTR leader. So anyway, yeah, we gotta eradicate these guys. Looks like we pushed them out of Atlas. That must mean we need to go to, I don't know, maybe, oh wait, there's somebody in the water. And it's the same thing. It's like, you know, getting hit by like 5-6 different people at once, you're not doing well if that's what's happening. They gotta get more organized or something. This is too easy. making it way too easy. I'm so anxious to like get these guys to be dead. I always fly in a little too aggressively, but it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter because these guys just, it seems like they have such a hard time getting a kill. But you know, they're playing a bunch of slow land kaijus most of the time. One or two of them are flyers, but there's only really one or two that are even remotely skilled with them. So the rest of the time these guys are just on the ground dying. Like this JJB. No way he's taking out 3 of us. Just getting picked apart. Picked apart.
Breaking news. An all-out war in Kaiju Universe is ongoing. Early reports indicate that the WorldCrew, Dinox, and the Eternal Grinders Clans are completely destroying the NZ, KTR, and KURC clans. Now back to the war.
Well, there you have it. Allies are winning. Here we are, wave 8. Let's keep these guys on their heels. Let's push them back again. Oh, that's what you want to see, a bunch of dead NZ, KTR, DD, Kaiju just stiff. Got that Kaiju Universe rigor mortis kicking in. It's great. See, I love it. We see one of those guys, it's like 3, 4 of us all swarm in, smother them. That's how you do it. This damn Able Cross. These little guys, they're the ones that are the biggest pain to deal with. But it doesn't matter in the end. We'll kill whatever's in the server. And here we go. Prometia kicked him out of there too. We got one. Let's see, one JJB or his status, whatever it's called. We got a turkey. They just don't have enough people. And then the ones that they have can't stay alive long enough to build up any momentum. I mean, to be honest, my fellow ally members are doing more damage to me than the NZ guys are. Which is how it goes in a big war, because we're also anxious to kill somebody. We'll ding each other on the way into that last kill shot. But you know, I mean, here's a perfect example. Me and this T-Vodan, you know, we're trying to take this guy out. And you know what? We don't feel like we need to conserve our health because these guys are not really putting us in a bad position, you know. And here we go again. Let's see, there's one of them. Let's just finish this guy off. Bam. That's what you want to see. It's getting swarmed. I mean, you don't want to be that guy. It's like 8 or 9 players all swooping in and killing you. Victory roars. 8 or 9 victory roars. You don't want to be that dude who just got stomped. Oh, okay. this Noctera. I'm going to give you a little prediction about this Noctera. I'm predicting this Noctera is going to die. I personally stayed on kind of turkey duty, so I try to chase away any turkeys that I see. Because a turkey without somebody chasing it is like too dangerous. You don't want to let these turkeys use their beams, you know. And they gotta be chasing them. They gotta feel like you're gonna melee them if they stop to use their beam. Kind of like that guy. See what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Darn. The hell hit me. I got one dead one. Yep, that's the worst when you get that beam on you. Alright, well, that's good. They're getting a couple deaths happening here and there. Not many though. Comes wave 9. When you're in all this traffic, the most important thing is just to ding anyone on the other team. Take a little damage off them. Put the pressure on them. And of course, I'm trying to not damage my fellow ally members. But a lot of traffic. Pretty easy to get that Noctera is dead. Right, non-recolored turkey got cooked. There's one. Two turkeys. Let's get them. Dead turkey. Got this one. Like, I just feel like at some point, if you're in NZ Clan or DD, whatever they want to call themselves, you know, at some point you just should get tired of dying so much. I'm really going after this turkey. Okay, there we go. See what I'm saying? It's gotta be tenacious. never stop pushing forward. Starting to get used to the lag in the server too, so starting to time my hits a little better. It's always a good thing. That's what you don't want. When you get hit by like 3 beams at once. You're not doing good when you get hit by 3 beams. Nothing's doing good when they get hit by 3 beams. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get distracted. Let's get that damn turkey. Get the turkey. Uh-oh. Okay. See one turkey dead. Alright, come on. Let's get this Noctera.
You were my heroin, you used to get me high, but all you cared about was selling me a lie. You used to lift me up, you always used to pick me up, and now you want to get me up and bury me alive. Now you're leaving, I'm the one who's bleeding. Cut out a piece of me, now I'm barely breathing. Give me a reason.
It's crazy to be so low for so long. Let's get back in here. Yes. Let's finish this guy off. Come on. Go. There we go. That's what you want. Uh-oh. Watch this. Oh, that was good. I let that guy aim at me, and I flew right into a line of fire where he could kill his friend. These guys are hilarious. Alright. Let's try to get this next turkey. Cook this turkey. Okay, it's a good turn made. Where'd he go? There he is. Stay on. There he goes. Okay. There we go. Dead turkeys. I love it. What do we got? I'm always looking around figuring out who needs help. Now we call our turkeys back. Get him. He's trying to fly us into his buddy. But there's a pretty good chance that his cleric friend is going to ground him anyway. I don't think that's a great move if you're a flyer.
sometimes. So if you're thinking that I'm quitting, then you're right.
Finally.
And just forget it, I ain't tripping somewhere down the line.
Alright, alright. I feel like we're pretty deep in this war. I mean, by now, probably a solid 3.5, 4 hours have gone by. And I mean, look. You guys see any Stardust in Atlas? We got one Voodon. Oh, and you know what's crazy? Let me just see. That Voodon is with us. That's a friendly fire situation. Completely taking over Atlas. Okay. A couple of them spawn back in. Get him, come on. Get this guy. Yes. Alright, time to switch it up. Wave 10. Here we go. Back to being in vault. It's tough because you gotta like find someone to kill. These guys are barely doing much. Alright, we're getting back over here. Back to Atlas. Let's see how we're looking. They got themselves a vault. Alright. What do we got? We got this Incineros. Got a beam on them. Those Incineroses, they're such big targets. Let's get this guy. Alright. Now, Vault always has a nice advantage in the water. Alright, then we gotta clear this. We gotta clear Atlas. What do we got? NC. A lot of potential targets, trying to figure out what the best move is. That guy's going to come out of the water in a second. Waiting for my beam. It's coming out of the water. Alright. Now I gotta wait for him to turn his back on me. This dude up. Alright, let's see, I think the turkey or the ball. What's it gonna be? Oh crap. Turkey hit himself. Right when I wanted to beam him. But one thing you can see is that there's very few NZ, KTR, DD, KURC people at Atlas. Once again, we've cleared them out. Cleared them out. Turkey here. Cineros. Alright, let's see what else is here. Oh, another dead Vargoth. We got another Vargoth. You just don't want to be such a big, slow thing and have just so many small kaiju around you just messing you up. I mean, look at this. It's just too many beams we're putting on. Look how fast that guy died. Now we gotta do it again. Another dead Incineros. I like Incineros, but I'm telling you, it's just not great in the war. It really isn't. It's not doing enough. We've taken over Atlas yet again. We got one turkeys, dodging like 3-4 beams. Vargoth. Uh-oh. After a while, it starts to feel like you're seeing the same thing happening again and again. Uh-oh.
Hola, nena. Soy Zeus. Bienvenida a Destripando la Historia con Pascu y Rodri. Hoy os vamos a hablar de mí.
What do we got? We got one more Vargoth to toast. Let's cook this fool. I think some of these are just too slow. That's all there is to it. Uh-oh. That's not good luck. We're gonna get this guy, but This Vargoth. Now see, I remember this. See, I need somebody to just put a beam on that Vargoth real quick. For some reason that didn't happen. It's a rare moment. I come back up, what do we got? Somebody must be attacking him. Let's get another beam on him. Annoying turkey. See, I was expecting the Mothman to make one more move on him. I needed this guy to get hit one more time. But that's alright. These guys like Incineroars so much, let me be one. Okay, here we go. Max Vargoth, let's get in here. I do like how much health Incineroars takes off. And it's a 1v1. But in a war, you're just gonna get hit by 10 different kaiju. Let's kill this dude. Alright. Now, oh no, I didn't even see that guy. That's kind of crazy. Should be healing right now before I go up on Atlas. But knowing me, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna charge in there, throw myself in like a hand grenade. Let's see. Yep. But that's fine. Let's see what do we got. We got a few of them. Oh, now look at the chat. For some weird reason, this dude Darren is complaining. He's saying that they're one clan and we're 3 or 4 clans. I don't know what server he's in. It literally says KTR, DD, NZ, KURC. It literally says that. Now look at the chat. This is hilarious. These guys didn't get killed in Atlas in maybe like 6 minutes. They're there. Normally they just die right away. And this one time they're able to stay in there for about 6 minutes. And they're trying to declare victory, even though we've been wiping the floor with them for 4.5 hours. They didn't get completely obliterated over 6 minutes. I guess that feels like a victory to you if you're losing so badly for the better part of 5 hours. Those 6 minutes where you didn't get killed instantly, I guess is something. Feels like a victory. Well, let's see. I mean, they're all still there, so let's just see. They're all still there. And like I said, these guys, for some reason, they're very sensitive about those other videos where we point out that they are 5 clans. I mean, honestly, this is the most fair war we've had in a while, because normally they're showing up as 4 or 5 clans, and today we're 3 clans and 1 guy from a 4th clan. But, we got members of 4 clans, and they're 4 clans. I mean, really 5 if you throw in the AR guy, but whatever. But this is just funny. And they got stomped all over the KU map for 4.5 hours. Alright, the Mothman's dead. Alright, let's get in here. I gotta admit, Voodon doesn't match up so well against Turkey. That's a mistake. Let's get in here, let's get that Voodon. We've already stopped, we've already got rid of most of these guys. Let's see. This guy's just running. They're starting to give up. Yeah. Oh, this is the KURC guy. I don't get this guy. I mean, he used to be enemies with all these guys, but now he's fighting with them. It's really strange. Alright, yep. WorldCrew, Dinox, Eternal Grinders on top. They're still hanging in there. Gotta clean up the last couple fools in the server. Let's get them. NZ fools. Uh-oh. Doesn't even matter. I like how that crowd got a little bit more OP recently. This was not a matchup that would have been much of a challenge before. Yeah, let's get this fool. Kill him. Alright. Who's left? Got another one.
I'm living in a land of broken hearts, abandoned in the part of the planet that's panicking and vanishing in the stars. Been dreaming from the start, it's raining miles apart from the break of dawn, but I made it out of the dark.
There he is. Starting to flee the server. Starting to flee the server. Alright, 5 hours. I gotta admit, Conspiracy, he went nuts today. He was up. He was up for a long time. We got it. We got it. Good work.
Breaking news. After several hours of war, the NZ, KTR, and KURC clans have fled the server in total defeat. The Allies have successfully defended the Kaiju Universe from the most toxic clans ever to spawn into a KU server. The Allies will celebrate the win, but understand that the war will not be won until these ultra-toxic clans have been completely destroyed.
Thanks for checking out this video. Super thanks to our friends in Dinox, the Eternal Grinders, and LWDL Clans. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. The MVP of Dinox this time was Angel Dinox. The MVP of the Eternal Grinders was Conspiracy. Hashtag Save Dusty. The MVP of WorldCrew was me, World Famous. The MVP of LWDL was Voodon. Great fighting, guys. WorldCrew is your home for Kaiju Wars. Don't forget that. WorldCrew appreciates your support. See you next time.